Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
I love my friends. I love my pals. You're doing amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I love affirmation.
It's almost like you listened to a certain Earbud Media podcast this week.
I actually haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, well, fuck you, I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm getting to it. I have so many podcasts. Listen, Fridays are rough days. I get like 15 new podcasts and I get swamped. Just get punched in the face.
It's not like I talked about you the whole time or anything, so, I mean...
Listen, I didn't know about that, and now I'm more inclined because I'm a narcissist.
It's not like I snuck in Twilight stuff that whole podcast.
Like, even the title...
So.
Listen... I feel like we're recording this and people have no idea what we're talking about. There's another Earbud Media show called Strange Little People, which you should listen to. And Allie was on it, so plug.
I was.
Listen to her talk about Twilight for like an hour and a half.
Yes.
With Daniel, who's great.
Our strange little brother.
Hey. I like that.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
In the Earbud Media family.
Boy.
Speaking of, Cody.
Yeah, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. You know, I feel like we talk about weather a lot on this program, and I apologize. However, it has been raining for like 24 straight hours. I woke up rain, and it's still rain. It's been raining.
Yes.
I feel like Chicago's like, hey man, seasons and like changing in weather, I don't know about that. Let's just do it all in one go, you know? Let's just get it out of our system right now.
Yeah.
So that's been fun.
Totally.
How are you?
I am well. I went to a birthday party for my niece child today.
Sure, yeah.
The human in my life. And I was surrounded by babies, and I felt old, one.
Sure, yeah.
I also felt my womb for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Weird, first of all. But I'm great. It's crisp outside, and it's sunny.
Nice. I love
and
it.
The leaves are falling, and they're crunchy, and I'm alive.
Wow. I got 2 candles going on right now.
Ugh.
1 apple cinnamon, 1 vanilla. It is fall. Hello.
And that is your weather corner. I'm just like, I love this time of year, honestly. Like, surround me with gourds and, like, apples, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, here for it, always. It's a good time. And also, I'm, like, surrounded by, like, 3 blankets, and there's a fan going, which, like, I know I'm that fucking person, but, like, come at me. It's fine. Should we move to our current events corner?
Hell yeah, we should.
Yes. So...
Although, I'm gonna be sad while we do it.
Yeah, I mean... yeah, so it's not necessarily a positive current events corner this week. So I think the last time that we checked in on our Pats and his beau, it was engagement related.
Yeah.
So, yikes. Because what we have to report on now is, well, quite the opposite, I would say.
There it is. That's how you say it.
Could you do the honors for me, please?
They broke up, guys, and I'm sad. I feel like it was like last week where I was like, I love this couple, hell yeah, I'm glad they're still together because I haven't really been thinking about them a lot, but I'm glad they're killing it, and here we are, opposite of killing it. However, there's a very funny photo that is on this website.
There is, yes.
Because the photo is beautiful, however the cropping is where it gets a little suspect because you see all of Rob's face and then it just cuts at FKA's eyes and she's giving you like that, oh, I know what the fuck's going on look. And it's so funny.
If it was like if it was 2 inches up more, we would have a Mike and Scully situation from Monsters, Inc. Like, we would be going with the gag.
It is so close. Yeah. Also, her brows, amazing. Like, what?
Oh my god.
How the fuck? What?
Yeah, everything about this look is great. The
It's
updo, the brows, the smoky eye, It's all a look. Definitely tag yourself. I'm definitely the guy in the top back that's like, why am I here? So
I'd like to tag myself further down this article to something I did not know about, which is T-Pain accidentally announcing their engagement in September of 2014. Or actually in an interview, which was published on April 1st. So he tried to pass it off as an April Fool's joke. And you know me, I love T-Pain more than most things in my life. And that's just a huge fucking mood. How was he even involved? How do they know T-Pain? Why is he in this, like, friendship?
I didn't even know that T-Pain existed still.
Allie, first of all, how dare you? He's going on an acoustic tour, and I feel like this is very important for you to know. He's living his life, and 2008 would not exist without T-Pain, so respects. How dare you?
I agree. You're not wrong. You need to keep talking. I'm gonna look up where T-Pain is at in life right now.
He did a year or so ago, he did one of those NPR Tiny Desk concerts, and it's the best one they've ever done. It has like 11 million views.
Wow.
It's so good too, because it's mostly acoustic.
Oh my god.
He's just living his dreams.
I thought you were kidding about the acoustic tour.
No, he's on an acoustic tour, Allie!
Wow.
And I care a lot about T-Pain. I don't know why, but I do.
Halfway down this Google search, like the first page, there was this like New Yorker article published called "The Sadness of T-Pain."
Honestly, shouts out to the New Yorker.
Whoa.
I feel like we're getting a lot further and further away from where we
I know,
started. However, every time I listen to the New Yorker Radio Hour, it's like, here's a really serious topic, and then also 5 minutes of talking about Cardi B. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, but it's so very good. Like, one of them was, like, also talking about, like, Trump, or, like, all these, like, bad things, and also, like, about Wiki, who's, like, this New York rapper who's also very good, and it's just a wild fucking pivot, and I love it, and they're doing amazing things. Shouts out to the New Yorker, anyway.
Welcome to Into the T-Pain.
Yeah.
Also, I know we need to keep talking about other things like this breaking off of the engagement, but also I just need to check out what he's recently been tweeting, just like really quick.
Yeah, please entertain me. Please, God.
So let me just find really quickly what he's been tweeting about.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no rush here. It's not like we're doing anything. Like, I got all day.
Okay, so the last thing that he tweeted, apparently dogs care about this a lot too. So the last thing that he tweeted that wasn't a response to anybody was yesterday. T-Pain at 9:24 a.m. T-Pain said, when the hotel charge you $870 a night, then hit you with that one ply. And then it's an emoji of someone smacking the face.
Yeah.
That's a fucking mood. Thank you.
We've all been there. Am I right?
Am I right, folks?
Fellas?
Friends?
My dudes? Pals? $870 a night in the hotel room? We've all been there. We've all been there. And they hit you with that one ply.
That one ply.
That one ply. Anyway. Want to talk about literally anything else?
Yeah, please. Great. We did have something on our current events list about Anna Kendrick in this upcoming Christmas movie, but like when they hit you with that one ply.
Oh my god. Although
Anyway.
that article led me to another related article on this website.
Please.
I did not realize until just this moment that it was published in 2013. It is, I swear to God, maybe 100 words tops. Like, I would say like 80 words in this whole thing. But the headline is, could Robert Pattinson be the next James Bond?
Now.
And I just want that to sink in a little bit.
Now, could you do me the favor?
Yeah, what's up?
And tell me everything?
Yeah. So, apparently, in 2013, Daniel Craig... Well, someone said that Daniel Craig said that he told Rob he'd make a brilliant Bond and would like to see a young, talented British actor take on the role.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, that's great. Now, we did ask for listener questions today. The fun fact about that is we didn't actually want any.
Yeah. We, like, reverse psychology, y'all, and it's fine. We're fine.
We actually just wanted to start talking about chapters 5 and 6 as soon as possible because...
It's the sex episode.
Yes.
Buckle the fuck in.
Yes.
Strap in.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex today.
We are. Strap in, lube up.
Oh my god.
Well, wait!
It's a good departure to make.
Because we're going to Sex Island.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, that's what ILS
It
is.
is. It literally is like this. Anyway, chapter 5. 5.
Yeah. Ilesme.
A.
You know, in the Cullen family, where you just gift someone an island.
An island. A whole island.
A whole island.
I'm not mad about it.
No, I mean, fuck all of you. I want an island. I don't necessarily want an island in Southern America. If I could have an island, I would want an island, like, off the coast of Maine. Or,
Oh my god.
like, an island in, like, Washington. You know, like a cold, crisp island. Not like a warm island.
So the opposite of an island.
Those islands exist, motherfucker. We have
Not
islands here.
tropical. Yeah, whatever.
What? Rude. First of all, chapter 5 begins, and we are back in the airport. We are not
Yep.
Ocean's 11ing.
There's no cons or schemes or plans needing to be made. For
They're-
once, Bella can just fucking relax
Yep, they're
in an airport.
schemes of the sleepy variety.
Yeah.
Yes. However, she does think that her honeymoon has moved from Houston, or to Houston, I guess, from Boise. Which, like, babe, please.
I mean, guys, it's not.
Not my honeymoon. Nuh-uh. Instead, they're going from Seattle to Houston to Rio. And then we get this fantastic sentence from Stephanie of, well, at least this
Whoa.
phrase anyway, of, I slept myself out. Now, listen. Not the best, Stephanie. Not your best work, I would say. They end up stopping in Rio and finally get into taxis and all of those things. And we get Edward showing off because he knows Portuguese. And I was like, wow, like, great. You're multilingual. Wow, great. One of the things that I wanted to mention, they get to have like a little boat excursion here.
Uh-huh.
And there was a little bit that I wanted to chat with you about. Edward is mentioned in this section about being incredibly skilled and comfortable on this like yacht boat thing. However, it's mentioned that with Bella, he's never discussed an interest in boating before. Like, literally never. Even though Forks and Port Angeles, they're close to being coastal towns. So if we can go back to our notes here, I included a little screen capture from an article. Now, what this is from when they were filming Breaking Dawn, Part 1. During this sequence of them getting to Isle Esme, Edward, aka Robert Pattinson, had to film them driving off in a boat, which they actually filmed in Brazil. And Robert Pattinson, who had to try and practice on a boat because he had never driven one before, in front of this film crew and about 5,000 people, because all of the Brazilian fans were there, he crashed a boat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really killing it.
Really just doing the damn thing.
We've all been there, you know?
Yeah, you know,
We've all been there.
$8.70 a night, just like
Yeah.
crashing boats.
Crashing boats left and right.
You know, the good life.
Yeah.
Gifting islands.
Yep.
It's just, every other weekend, right?
This is the common experience. I don't know why we're making such a big deal about it. Oh, we're talking about it all the time. We've all been here.
Am I right?
Am I right?
Right. Exactly. So anyway, I just thought that would color your experience as we're reading about this. Because, like, can you imagine Edward doing that? Just like, oh, shit. Weird. So, anyway, they're speeding off into the night.
Yeah.
And Bella's like, oh, we're not done yet. Weird. Maybe we're going to Atlantis. Sure, Bella. Whatever you think. Whatever sounds good. And finally, they get to the small island. And he says, Isle Esme, yay.
Yep.
We're just borrowing this island from my family. Because, of course. And I love that Bella actually says this in her head. Like, who gives an island as a gift? Like, I don't... This fucking family that I've married myself into. Now, she realizes, as soon as they get settled in, that he's starting to get nervous. Because Edward, as we know, is a blushing bride. Bless. So... They get settled in, they start to see a little bit of the house that's there, and he, like, brings in all the bags, everything is great. Now, one of the differences here is that he mentions that she should have a human minute. TM. In the movie, she is like, I need a minute to just like get my shit together, which I feel like is a much more Bella thing to do than him being like, I think you should just like take some time. So he's like, I'm gonna just go be free and be one with the ocean. You can just take some time.
I am the sea.
The moon,
Farewell,
my wife.
Human.
So anyway, it makes more sense because like now she can just start to like burst into flames and just like start to freak out. So now it's Bella and she's like, shit. What the fuck do I do?
She loses her goddamn mind.
She does. Her first thing is like, well, I see that I have a ton of lingerie that Alice brought for me, but like I need sweats. I need my comfort space. Where is my comfort space?
Like, her first instinct is like, let me just wash my hands. Let me just clean parts of my body. You know what? Let me just get in the shower. Actually, at this point.
Yep. She's just like,
this
I need
fucking
to...
wild ass monologue where she's just like, I don't know.
Yep, I love it. Because she's like, I need to shave my leg, probably, and brush my teeth, and I just need to do this whole thing.
She brushed her teeth twice. 2 times.
Yep. Yeah, and then eventually she just gets to the point where she's like sitting in a towel on the tile floor with her head between her knees, and she's like, holy shit. Like, and it's like such a mood, right?
Absolutely.
Because this is like the biggest deal for Bella.
Yeah.
This is what she's been working towards. And she makes a point of this too. Like, she is telling herself, like, what she's getting herself into and what she's freaking out about isn't that she thinks that it's a mistake. Like, she's telling herself, like, no, this is what I want. It's just that she doesn't know how to do this. It's such a Virgo thing, right? She's like,
yeah.
I don't know how to do this in the right way. And so she's like there, you know, like oscillating, freaking out. And eventually she just gets to the point where she's like, he's out there. He knows exactly what I've been doing this whole time. And she's like, all right, don't be a coward. Just go. Stop freaking out. Don't even worry about putting the lingerie on. Just go. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, okay.
I could just
not put clothes on, I guess.
That's just saving steps.
Right.
You know?
And she finally realizes, like, oh, I could just make it easier for both of us. Like, oh, all right. So finally, she gets herself together and goes outside to the water to meet him there. And this is when it gets, like, gross. And not, like, raunchy gross, but just, like, you know, Bella Edward, like, ew, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Like, gross.
Like, shut up.
Like Stephanie Meyer gross. Yep. And the problem is we can't tell them to get a room because they're on an island. Like, they're
get an entire island away from me.
Yep.
Get on the farthest island.
Yeah. So they're like in the water, right? And they're there, and they're like, "Well, say we try." Like, anyway. Then the grossest thing about this too is it's like literally like a star wipe, right? Like, in telenovelas, they do that thing where it's like you hear the ocean, or they like pan to like the curtains or like the moon. But the problem is like they're already on an island. Like, there isn't a way to pan to that because they're already there.
Yeah.
And so it's so fucked up. Anyway, so there's like 3 lines of space. So we know it's the next morning, right? So we don't get the sex, but like, you know what happened. Now, the thing about this, and I'm excited for you to, like, see how they did this in the movie, because it's not, obviously, because it's Breaking Dawn, like, it's not raunchy, but the way that they shot this, I'm curious to see what your thoughts are, because it's, I don't know, for Breaking Dawn, I feel like it's kind of, like, artfully done, but whatever, we'll get there. Sure. As they described earlier on, the way that the bed is set up, it has, like, that netting and stuff around it, because, like, mosquitoes. Anyway, so...
I like the accent you put on it.
No, there's a story behind that, but you would think I was weird. So anyway, okay, so
unheard of.
So anyway, Bella wakes up and she's glowing and happy as hell, like truly living her best life, right? Because she got the good dick, right?
She did.
Yep. Then things get bad, like, really quick. And all the time, I'm just like, Edward... Yeah. You had everything good going for you. Like, you have your wife, like, literally, like, your wife is there.
Your official wife, like, literally wife.
Yes. But things, of course, get fucked up really bad. And of course, like, it's them, right? And so we know that these communication issues between them are, like, never gonna change.
No.
And so...
They have not evolved. They have not learned. They have not grown.
Right. And so she is, like, happy as could be, right?
Yeah.
But then she, like, wakes up and sees that Edward is, like, not, like, pissed, but, like, being his, like, moody, grouchy self, right? And she's like, what the... I'm glowing and great and everything's perfect, but you're not. Why? And it even says here that, like, Bella's first instinct was to wonder what she had done wrong. And I just... This is literally not the time.
Can I get internalized misogyny for 400?
And, like, can I get emotional labor for 600, Alex? Like,
Mr. Trebek, please.
This is not the time for either of you.
Absolutely not.
To be doing this. I just... Also, like, before we get into all of this, it's just like, Stephanie, how dare you pull the fire and ice thing right here, too? Like, I don't need this. Anyway, Edward is upset, right? And we come to find out he's upset because of the fact that Bella's hurt. She's got all these bruises and all this stuff. And Bella becomes upset because she thinks that he didn't enjoy himself.
Right.
Now, do they instantly start communicating with each other about these two things? Why, of course not.
It's hilarious that you would even suggest that, actually.
I know. Yep. Edward even says, like, look at yourself, Bella, then tell me I'm not a monster.
Ugh.
And I just...
First of all, Edward, let's not kink shame your wife, please. She is clearly into that.
Like, the most.
Like, so, like, she didn't even flinch. Like, she didn't even notice. She was like, oh, that's funny. What? That's so funny. I didn't even realize.
Well, and Bella even says, like, you bit a pillow? Why?
Right.
And she's not even saying it out of, like, disgust or shame for Esme's space. She's just doing it like, Edward, you bit pillows? Like, I'm covered in down? Like,
what?
Yeah. Bella,
never
listen.
change.
Yeah.
Never
have a good summer. Never change.
Hags.
Oh my god. So anyway, they're the worst is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fucked up thing is, like, Lord knows, like, I hope that during the actual sexy times of these two, they actually know how to communicate, because, like, fuck.
And, like, it started so good, right? Because Edward was being like, man, if I hurt you in any way, we have to stop immediately. You have to tell me and we're gonna stop. And it was, like, clearly, obviously, in this, like, more fantastical situation. But it was mostly, like, these are actually affirmative ways to do consent and affirmative ways to, like, actually do sex in a nice and healthy way.
Right. But alas.
And that was so good. And then, nope.
No.
No, ma'am.
Anyway, they get to a point where it's like, Edward's like, I don't think anything can make me feel better right now. He's just like a squeeze toy that's like, like, it's just... But eventually Bella's like, finally, like, snaps at him, which, like, isn't necessarily a great communication tool, but
right.
But it's like, she finally just, like, I guess, gets to a point where he is understanding, like, she makes him pay attention, and it's like,
I feel like she understands that that's the only way that she'll get through to him, which is fucked up, but, like, at this point, she's like, there's literally nothing else that I could do that you will listen to me, so, let me yell at you for a little bit, boy.
Yep. I love that she's like, you are killing my buzz, Edward, and he's like, like,
and her monologue is so funny, because she's just like, man, this was, like, the greatest moment of my life. And here he is just ruining it with him being all sad and mopey and, like, being like, oh, man, you're hurt, blah, blah, blah. Like, what a buzzkill. I was getting off, and it was so good. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah. It's just such a bummer that, like, she tries to tell him, like, this was the best thing that she's ever had. Mm-hmm. And him trying to be a Debbie Downer about it is, like, not helping anything. Mm-hmm. It's no good. They don't really get to a compromise, but they sort of do for them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's Bella basically just being like, deal with it.
Later.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Eventually, Bella needs to shower because she has all of these, like, down pillow fragments in her hair.
She's covered in fluff.
Yeah, I think she even mentions, like, it looks like a chicken was nesting, which, like,
Just so elegant, Bella Swan.
Yes, and definitely elegant, this one.
Yep.
And also, I think that their argument sort of ended when her stomach was growling, too.
Sure, yeah.
Which, you know, as you do. She showers, and Edward goes to the kitchen to make breakfast, which is when we get the first shout out to Food Network, because Edward at this time gets to show off his cooking skills because Bella is hungry this whole trip. We get lots of shout outs to eggs and omelets during this time, which is wild because, like, ugh, like, that's just, like, a lot. But anyway, the chapter ends with Bella asking if they're ever gonna touch again and have sex again. And he just, like, comes over and, like, touches her cheek and is like, meh, like, what do you mean? And she's like, Edward.
That is not what I meant, Edward, and you know it. Don't fucking joke about this, okay?
Yeah. And he's like, what do you, that's weird. I don't know, I don't possibly know what you mean.
It's so funny because the relationship is really just two people with two very different sex drives, and it's so very funny to see them interact because it's fine, like, it works, and, like, that's something that you can do in a relationship, but it's just so funny of them figuring this out and then being married and being like, ah, shit.
Have I mentioned how much I love animals?
I don't think enough.
Sometimes I think that these dogs are Jacob.
Oh my god.
And
he's getting jealous because we don't talk about him in this episode. And he's like, hey,
what
I'm inserting myself.
That's what I'm thinking too. Is like when we talk too much about Bella and Edward as a couple.
Yeah. Hey guys, remember me? Hey, wait, don't you love yelling my name? Hey, guys, wait, guys, I'm here too, guys.
That's what I think. I
love it.
Jacob just wants to be a part of the narrative.
Yeah.
And to that, I say, please stop.
End scene.
But yeah, I think that your idea of the different sex drives is a very important talking point because Bella is just like, yes,
I'm ready to fuck at literally any moment.
And Edward's like, chess? Snorkeling?
Would you like a pancake, actually?
And she's just, like, growling at him constantly.
Have you ever considered bird watching? It's my favorite pastime.
That leads in very well to Chapter 6, aptly titled, Distraction.
Hey, Segway City.
Yep, that one we didn't even need to try too well. So, distractions. So this one is all about Edward trying to dampen Bella's rampant sex drive. And it doesn't really work very well.
Not at all.
So Edward is like, here, let me show you all the amenities that are available on Isle Esme. I will be your cruise director.
On the left, here's something we can do that doesn't involve us having sex. And on the right, here's another thing.
Yep. Let me show you all of these activities that don't involve phallic objects.
There's more than you'd think, Bella. More than you'd think.
Here,
Please, God.
Here, we can snorkel. These fish don't look at all phallic. Here, we can explore the jungle with all of these trees and animals that are here. Look, these parrots, they don't look anything like penises. And it goes on, and Bella does not have any of it.
All aboard the hormone blocker cruise. Population you, Bella. And only you.
Exactly. And of course, like it says in the book too, she knew what was going on. My favorite thing too is, quote, so that I wouldn't continue badgering him about the sex thing. Which, like, the sex thing.
Tip.
Yeah.
The incident.
In this Christian novel, yeah, so that's great. He is running her around the island and filling her with so much food so that she will fall asleep completely tired and full every night that she couldn't possibly be interested in the sex thing.
Yep.
And that is his hope anyway. My favorite thing about this is that now they are sleeping in the blue room. And if you haven't noticed, the blue room and the white room, I wonder what these colors are all about, Cody. I wonder if they will inspire a certain room that we'll be talking about next.
Oh, God.
Because
I feel like you're playing this a little bit too heavy-handed, Allie. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just... What I hadn't remembered until this point is we've got blue and we have white.
Right.
And the next room that we'll be talking about is another color that they all add up to be colors that are prominently used within this country of ours.
Oh my God.
And that is...
We love America in this Christian novel.
In this Christian and also very sexual space.
Yes.
And I just hadn't thought about that until now. That's all I'm saying. So anyway.
Seems like a wild departure to make, but...
I'm just saying that the blue room and the white room and the red room, they all have to do with sex, and I'm just saying. So anyway, Bella's also taken to wearing a lot of the lingerie now because she has no shame.
Yeah, while we're here, you know?
Yeah, and also, like, it's warm here, and she doesn't have her sweatpants, you know, so...
She doesn't have her comfort.
Right, yeah. She's also, you know, has no shame, so she might as well make some deals while she's here.
Yeah.
And that includes discussing Dartmouth, because, you know, why not?
Don't forget about that subplot, because I did.
Yeah, I mean, let's discuss college while she's still a human and married and getting the good goods.
I guess if I'm not gonna fuck, I might as well talk about school, you know?
Yeah, I mean, why not? If you haven't realized by this point, this is a filler chapter.
Yep.
So, I mean...
We're having fun here, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's sex here, so we're talking about it. We're doing it.
Yeah. There's some sex here. I've seen a sex or two in these books.
Here, if you haven't quite realized, is nightmares than usual. Yeah. She's been sleeping a lot. She hasn't been talking as much as usual, but there's been colors. And in these nightmares, there's been a boy. It's not...
Sorry, you italicized it in the docs, and I feel like I had to put some emphasis into it.
I did. I italicized it for a reason.
Was a boy.
Yes, I did. I italicized it for a reason, because in the novel it says that this boy I dreamed of 4 times in the last week was definitely human. His cheeks were flushed and his wide eyes were a soft green. But just like the other child, he shook with fear and desperation as the Volturi called. Dun dun dun. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind.
Keep just in the back of your brain, in the little filing cabinet in your brain space.
Yep. So, of course, because it's Stephanie, there's more dreams. This time when she wakes up from one, it's not about the boy.
It's about a boy, though.
Hey.
Her boy.
Oh, Segway City.
Hey.
Yeah, Bella is crying, and eventually leads to Bella waking up on Edward's chest, and Edward is none too pleased.
No, not at all.
And Bella says, "How much trouble am I?"
Heaps.
So
I love it.
We come to find out that she slept for 12 hours. And
now that's a honeymoon. All she wants to do is get fucked and sleep all day.
Just eat.
And that's a mood.
Now, we did find out that Bella ended up showing Edward what her dream was about, and that was getting the good D.
Yeah.
And there was some damage done. Rather than biting pillows this time, he tore up her lingerie and broke Esme's bed frame. Now, does your MCM do that, though?
Yeah. Could your fave ever?
And if he does, yikes. She does say that she feels guilty for seducing him, so yikes. Would they go to have breakfast? Mm-hmm. She's eating more eggs.
And guys, like, she's pregnant, right? Like,
Okay, God, okay,
she's
great.
eaten, like, 70 eggs in the past, like, 2 days. And they're not being subtle about it. And we're just like, he just, like, gets out all these cartons of eggs. Like, look what you've done. What are you doing? And she's like, I don't know, man. This fucking island is just messing up with my body. Bitch, no, you're pregnant.
I didn't know how long I was gonna have to keep that.
What did you think? You didn't think I wouldn't pick that up? Are you kidding me?
I just, like,
Nobody talks about eggs in this capacity.
I didn't
Unless
know.
Unless they're pregnant.
I didn't know. And
She's pregnant. And also, no mention of a condom, so obviously I had to assume.
Okay.
I had to assume that maybe there was a chance. And then she ate, like, 7,000 eggs, and I'm like, well, there it is.
Well, I wasn't sure if you knew. I've been guest on, so, like...
I guess, but...
You don't know how long I've been holding this. It's been, like, literally a year.
I wish I pretended I didn't know just to see you, like, squirm.
A year! Cody, a year!
Wow. Yeah.
A calendar year.
Anyway, Belle's pregnant.
Well, Cody, you're the only one in this world that doesn't know.
Anyway, Belle's pregnant.
Okay, great.
Newsflash. Breaking news, everyone.
Alright, great. Well, oh my god. Okay. So anyway, I almost said they're having pregnant. They're having breakfast, right?
They're having one pregnant.
I will take what? No.
No, ma'am.
No.
Take it back.
Oh, not with this IUD. No, thank you. So anyway, they're talking more about Dartmouth, right? And the best line is when Edward says, "Sex was the key all along," and it's like, motherfucker. Damn. So,
Star wipe.
Yeah, so anyway, the cleaning crew comes, right? And they get here, right? And blah, blah, blah. It's... The important part about this, right, is one of the two folks that come, and it's Kaore, and she, like, does not like Edward. Like, super amused with Edward, and is like, I don't trust you, I want nothing to do with you. You've been killing everybody that gets here, like, I don't give a fuck. So anyway, Bella puts on a movie, and is a great honeymoon and everything's perfect. So they wait, and Gustavo and Kaore, like, finish and stuff, and once they finish, they head off to go have sex in the blue room. And yay, that's where it ends for chapter 6. So,
the sex episode.
now that you know that, God, holding that in has been so difficult.
I'm so sorry. I'm such an inconvenience.
That helps because next week is chapter 7, Unexpected. And then
I wonder.
And then we start book 2, and that's chapter 8, which is waiting for the damn fight to start already.
So, this is the real name of the chapter?
Yes.
Okay, because that's very funny, because I thought, I don't know, I thought that was maybe a placeholder, because I was like, a swear?
Because the fact that we're just letting you in on everything, as you'll be able to tell once you finish with chapter 7, chapter 8 begins book 2, and is when Jacob begins.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, boy. What do you want to talk about? Reviews?
Yes.
Patreon babies? What do you want?
iTunes.
Great. Hello. Chances are you're listening to us on iTunes. Isn't that wild?
I mean, most likely.
Isn't it wild that I just predicted that? Isn't that So strange.
I mean,
I'm a genius. I get it. Anyway,
we have our analytics, so I mean, we know.
I've done this without looking at anything. I know things, and it's fine. iTunes speaks to me directly, and they're like, hey, listen, you're getting some bomb-ass reviews. However, you could be getting more.
I love
that's
where
what we
this is
wanted
going.
That was the destination. It's over. We're here.
Great.
Rate and review us on iTunes, and then we'll shout you on the fucking podcast. So
Yes.
what else could you need?
Yes. We did get one new review this week.
Well, technically we got two. One of them was
Well,
for me.
If you're not a cheater and
I'm not a cheater.
rate and review
I
your
can-
own podcast.
If I am allowed to, I will do it.
Oh my god.
And I've done it.
God damn it. Well, yes. So the one that isn't a cheater review is from
Oh my God.
Angelica Monreal.
Uh-huh.
So thank you.
Bye-bye.
The dogs thank you too.
Yeah, the choir of dogs.
Yeah. The Quileute pack of dogs.
Oh my god.
Jacob thanks you too. Oh, hi, Cody. Our cursors are next to each other. That's cute.
Oh, cute.
I
It's like they're
expect...
kissing.
Ew! I love it. That's so cute. Mine is
Oh my god.
6 years now. Okay, and I expect some of the Adventures in Roommating folks to add some of theirs on there because
Hey.
if you've been listening to Adventures in Roommating, we have a spot on there now. So what up?
What up?
Yes. So other ways to support us: Patreon.
Wait.
Well, we have Patreon babies now because if you
We love very much.
Yes.
We cradle them.
Yep.
We love them. We kiss
Yes.
them goodnight.
Yes, we love you.
Rachel Swan, Jessica Stanley, Rachel Black, shouts out. I'm pouring one out for you as we speak.
Thank you. You're all great.
You.
Okay, now our fan fiction for today.
Hey.
I found something and it's great. It was written by Argent McCall. Some of the tags for this include long story short, Edward's not a creep and Bella isn't stupid. Charlie is the best dad. The Cullen siblings aren't that angsty.
Great.
And the title is I See Your Face in Every Star. It was published September 26, 2016, and it has over 25,000 words. I'm going to read all 25,000. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm reading this from Chapter 7, Boy Meets Girl's Mom. The summary is, it's almost Turkey Day. It's also time for Boy to meet Girl's mom. Spoiler, he knocks it out of the park.
Hey.
Hey, okay. Yeah, he usually flies down to spend my Thanksgiving and Christmas break with me, and I'd come up here for some of my summer breaks. But isn't it weird, Alice asks, before her eyes widen in horror. Sounds insensitive. Bella laughs. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's not that weird at all. My parents don't hate each other or anything like that. They just ended up not working out together. Saying it aloud like that, she can't help but think of herself and Edward before ruthlessly squashing it down. She's not going to let herself think like that. Not ever. Because the day that she starts doubting herself and him is the day their relationship just tanks. Anyways, they get along for the most part. And Phil, my stepdad, he's cool too, and we get along. My parents have always made it a point to spend the holidays together for my sake. Suddenly, Rosalie cocks her head to the side, which usually means they're listening to something far away that Bella could never hope to hear. Then she aims and wait. Hold on. Elvis is dying. Okay. Then she laughs and aims a smirk at Bella. Poor little Edward is panicking because he just realized he doesn't have a gift for your mother. Bella stares at Rosalie in disbelief for a split second before bursting out laughing. She laughs until she's basically hiccuping and then manages to say, "You don't need to get her a gift, babe, I promise." Rosalie cocks her head to the side again before rolling her eyes to the ceiling. "You heard her, Edward. Stop shitting yourself and finish packing." "So eloquent, Rose," Alice says with a smirk. Rosalie flashes her a quick smile as Bella stands and stretches. "Actually, he's taking me home now. I need to pack still." The girls stare blankly at her before Alice says slowly, "You mean you haven't started yet?" "Nope," Bella answers cheerfully. End scene.
Cute.
Yeah.
I love friendship.
Yay, friends.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay, friends.
Wow.
As we say in Forks.
You bit. Oh, hi there. Guess who stole Cody's mic and took over the end credits? This is an Earbud Media production. You can pitch a show at bit.ly/earbudpitch. You can check out the network's Twitter at Earbud Media. And while you're doing that, why don't you follow us everywhere at Into the Twilight? Since you're doing that, why don't you just go ahead and check out our Patreon? It's patreon.com/intothetwilight. Just as little as $1 a month, you can get some cool things like pins and books, help us do cool things like live streams. You can always help us out for free with rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcast. Our amazing artwork was done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44. Our fantastic music was done by Eli Krause, who you can find at krausefilms.com. The intro and outro of our podcast is done by KB Smith, who you can find at KB_Smith. You can find Cody everywhere online at Cody Captures, and you can find me now everywhere at Into Wild Places. You stayed until the end. Check you out. Good job, and we will check back with you next week. Bye.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up, John?
I just wanted to confirm that we were recording Monday.
Yes.
What are we recording for?
Oh, it's our new podcast.
Our podcast, the Strange Little People one,
Strange
right?
Little People, yeah.
Yeah, the one on Earbud Media Productions.
Mm-hmm. You can find it on YouTube. You can listen to it.
The one that we update every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, dude.
When we have new guests all the time.
Sometimes.
Most
of the time.
Yeah, and we talk about current events and stuff.
People should listen to it, right?
Yeah.
It's something cool.
I think people would like it. I mean, you don't have to, but I hope you would.
Did you put out the ad yet? The flyers?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, as we speak.
No, you're sitting down.
No, this is happening right now, as we speak.
John, why did my hand just go through you?
Oh my god.
John.
We'll talk about it next week.